Welcome back into the Sports Source. I've had some behavioral modification. Let's see if I can read this properly. Law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Brill, the folks that are bringing you this segment, whatever type of legal help you may need, whether it's family law, workers' comp cases. They can help you with a bankruptcy case. They can help you in criminal defense and certainly personal injury cases. You see their website right there on the screen. And between 8:30 and 5 every day, this is the cool thing, you're not going to get an answering machine. When you call, you're going to speak to a human being, and if you have a legal question, you're going to get that answered by a full-fledged lawyer, not just an attorney or a legal assistant. You will get that answered by an attorney. Ogle, Elrod, and Brill. All right, I want to welcome back Mark Pankratz, and quickly, two things. First of all, you have a podcast that is on sportsanimal99.com each week. When do you post? It's you and Houston Fancher.
Yep, every Monday.
Every Monday.
Release. Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it usually up in the afternoon or do you know?
Depends, usually around noon.
Okay, very good. People want to go to sportsanimal.com and look for the podcast by Mark Pankratz and Houston Fancher. Coach's Corner?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Also, I mentioned earlier we're going to have an overtime segment later today on sportsource.tv. If you watched it last week, that was the first place in town that said Dominic Woodson would not be part of the Tennessee team for long, because you and Houston Fancher both said that last week on our overtime segment. Mm-hmm. He's not part of the team. We look ahead very quickly at Tennessee's schedule this week. All right, let's go ahead and put this up for people. 2 p.m. today, number 15 Butler, they're 8-1. 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, you're at North Carolina State. They're 8-1, and they may be ranked by the time the new rankings come out. Then 7 o'clock on Friday, Tennessee Tech comes to town. They played within 10 or 11 points of Alabama last night. That's going to be it's a tough week for the Volunteers. Mark, your thoughts. How did they do this week out of those 3 games?
Well, if you can win 2 of them, I think you're feeling really good. A tough game versus Butler here, and then you go on the road at NC State. If anybody remembers last year, that was a tough taste in our mouth having to watch that basketball game here. But NC State, as good as that record is, other than really playing a Wake Forest team, they haven't really played anybody. They lost to Purdue, who lost last night to Vanderbilt. And then Tennessee Tech. That's one of those in-state rivalries. It's a mid-major program that if you are the SEC and you are at University of Tennessee, you should win that game.
Are you going 2-1, or are you going to be a straight homer and say 3-0?
I'm going to go 2-1.
Okay, 2-1. Chuck?
I think you're going to be fortunate to win at NC State. Today's probably close to a toss-up, and Tennessee Tech, I think 2-1 is about right.
Okay, he thinks 2-1. Mike Strange.
Just to be different and be pessimistic, jaded, whatever, I'll go 1-2.
You think 1-2, Bob Hodge?
I'll go down pessimistic and jaded myself and go 1-2.
All right, both of you guys go 1-2. I won't make my prediction.
We need someone to go 3-0 and 0-3, so we cover all our, so we don't have the tax layer bowl thing happening.
Yeah, I will say 1.5, 2.5. I'll go in the middle there. Want to remind folks that tonight at 11:35 right here on Channel 6, it's 6 Sports Sunday, powered by the Sports Source, because so many of our folks are on that show. Michael Spencer, great guy. Hope you're watching him on Channel 6. He'll be joined by Houston Fancher, Mark Pankratz, Josh Ward. And then also want to tell you, the overtime segment once again comes up tonight or this afternoon. Just follow me on Twitter, and we will post that on sportsource.tv. When it's posted there, I will tell you on Twitter that it's up, and you can go check it out online. And then also want to remind you, there are 2 or 3 shows a year that I just enjoy doing. And next week, on December 21st, it is our annual Christmas extravaganza, which is typically, all the questions are UT-based, but also tied to Christmas movies, Christmas songs. And for some reason, it becomes our meanest show of the year. I don't know why, but join us next Sunday on the Sports Source. Thank you.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.